In this Subbuteo training exercise, we're going to be looking at close control with an obstructed view of the ball. There's 3 stages to this one. Stage 1 is about knowing the distance, and with no defenders. Stage 2, we introduce a defender for the obstruction of view, and in the third stage, we get 2 defenders and we add 3 attackers. So, as always, the first stage of this, if you're doing this at the start of your sort of training for the evening, is about having no defenders, and it's about just getting used to the distance and how you want to be hitting the ball. For me, I try and make sure I hit the edge of the ball or to the side, because it's going to get me used to what I need to do in this drill when I introduce defenders. So you can see an obstructed view, we're looking at a 50% sort of obstruction at all times. Anything more than that makes it really tricky on yourself. And again, we're looking to hit that side of the ball, as you can see from the first stage. If you practice that, you then makes this a little bit easier, and you're used to sort of not hitting the ball full on. You're used to hitting the ball from the side. And then here's the sort of the view of obstruction, and then that's what you need to be doing. It's about getting a slight slice on it to then go into a different direction and open up the play a bit. That's the idea of this. And then that's what you then introduce into stage 3. You use the first attacker to slice the ball, and then you use him again to then introduce the second attacker and then the third attacker, and then that's how you get 3 attackers up the pitch quickly. And if you practice this enough, you'll be able to start attacks quite quickly from a standing still point. Obviously, you're not always going to have this scenario in a match, but you come across it a lot more than you might think. And when you can only see a slight margin of the ball, it gives you that confidence to be like, okay, I can hit that. So yeah, I found it really useful to do, and it's also been really useful for me when I want to get attackers up quickly. If I'm playing a good player and I know I need to defend, you're usually using 9 to 10 players in defence. So when you get the ball back, starting an attack quickly is actually quite difficult. So that's what this is about, is sort of you getting used to having one player, then a second player, then a third player. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.